Hi guys, welcome back. CFP here, and this is Survival Living. So, of course, we got to check, make sure audio and everything's working correctly. So let's go ahead and give this a shot here, make sure that we can hear each other. So if you have bad audio, let me know. If you can hear me, give me that thumbs up. I'm checking
Give this a shot here.
my side. All right, according to my side, everything sounds good. See here, Kelly, how's it going? Josh, Jeff, I got a lot of people here already. JT, I saw you in here. Jeff, I saw you. Josh Connor, definitely good to see you. Total Vagabonds, good to see you, man. I know it is very early there in Ireland. Definitely glad that you were able to make it. Now tonight, guys, we have Prescott Caliber Club with us. I don't know who this Ryan guy is that keeps on popping in here. I might figure out who he is. Inner City Shepherdess. I always get your name messed up there. I do apologize. Good to see you. Magic Prepper, good to see you, buddy. I did send you a link. I checked with Ryan and everything and see if he wants to bring you in during the review or after the review. So I know we're going to review one of the items there on his website. So definitely would like to have you on if you want to pop in. I messaged it to you. Let's see here. Prescott Caliber Club running late as usual. No big deal. More than likely, Noxie's got him running around ragged everywhere. That's his little boy. Pat Miller, good to see you. Oh, Michelle, good to see you. Chad Rogers. And Laura, how's it going, Laura? Good to see you. Vicky Savage, how are you doing? All right, guys, so if I've missed anybody, I do apologize. Michelle, good to see you. And Gene W., hello from Florida. Yeah, it's a little chilly out here tonight. Not as bad as it's been. It's actually warm enough where I just got the hoodie on just to keep the wind off me. All right, guys. See, you're checking chat right there. So while we wait for Ryan there, people say, hello from Canada. Interesting name. I like it. That AZ guy, how's it going? Good to see you. All right, guys. So just to recap on a couple things. Did a real quick live stream earlier today talking about our new schedule as far as what's going on here in the channel. Hold on, we got somebody here. All right, we got Ryan. Okay, let me go and bring Ryan in here, guys. I just muted Ryan. I didn't even bring him on yet. Unmute.
You got me.
Fat fingers. I got big hands, guys. Okay, I got really big hands. Trying to do it on a cell phone doesn't work very well. Look at this Grizzly Adam looking. Yeah. Yeah, good thing you're a big gun guy because you couldn't run away with your gas mask. You're just gonna have to shoot him.
There's not much hope for a seal here, you know.
No, there's not. Maybe one of those nasal cartridges or something. I'm sure they've got one. See here. Okay, guys. So I asked Ryan to start doing a show with us. I don't know if we're going to get it every week, but we're going to try to get him as much as possible. As you guys know, he does a preparedness supply company. He doesn't just sell firearms and ammunition. He doesn't just do repairs on firearms and modification. He also does survival equipment. He's been with us for a very long time. He has never came to me and said, hey, man, could you be pushing this on your channel? Never at all. I've always went to him and I've asked him, hey, man, anything you want to show on the channel? And he's always been gracious enough to come on over here. I talk to Ryan all the time when I can get in touch with him because he is very busy. So tonight he does have a product that he wants to go over with us. As you guys know, I'm real big on solar equipment, things like that, especially with EMPs, chrono mass ejection, grid down. So lights and things like that are my interest. I like to be able to see at night. And the fact is, to extend your hours, if you have grid down, you've only got daylight. If you don't have a way to see what you're doing, it kind of cuts into your day really quick. So Ryan, I am going to give you the floor here, and when you need to, just let me know, and we'll blow up your screen so it's actually larger and stuff like that. But
okay,
yeah, go ahead and tell us what you got.
I don't know that we'll totally need to. You can if you want. But basically, what I wanted to bring to you guys tonight was some cool solar equipment. I don't know. We were talking a little bit about, you know, what some cool products, especially this time of year. It's the holiday season, so it's a good time for gifts and stuff like that as well. But I had a really cool product that I've really enjoyed, and it is the Goal Zero Crush Light. I am a dealer for Goal Zero, of course. So, this is what I do for a living, but this thing is really, really cool. And basically how it works is it expands out into it's almost like a reverse dog bowl. That's what it makes me think of, those expandable dog bowls. But, and the light comes on, and it's got a small solar panel on the top to charge, sits out, and it doesn't take much. This thing's just a teeny little LED. And I don't know, it's pretty cool. It packs away nice, flat, small. I thought it was a really, really awesome product. And they're $19.99 on our website. But we're going to give you guys $1 off. I have to grab the discount code. I'll throw it in chat. But if we sell any of these, basically, I'm going to give $1 over to my buddy over there for helping out here. And then I'm going to order more is what I'm going to do. But they're a cool product. If you guys have questions about them, let me know. I'll drop some links and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I've got for you.
Now, your code, actually, I believe I have that in the description here. Let me go and pull this back up. Yeah, I put up the affiliate link below, the Goal Zero Crush Light Solar Power. Now, that's the link that you sent me by text. So I'm guessing that your discount is tied to that.
It should be.
I used the one that you sent me.
Yeah, that should be it then. I'll drop it in again, though, just to make sure here. I'm just trying to if I'm looking up here, it's because I'm logging into the background and stuff like that. But
all right. Well, you know what, guys? This is an idea for things. Just like when I came up with the fire starting kit, I always hear all the time, well, how do I get people into prep? And they won't prep. Little items like that makes good Christmas gifts. No, I'm not here to sell you the Christmas Day special that some of the other channels have been running with. This Black Friday, Cyber Monday, sale, buy. No, but these little items and stuff, guys, I get asked all the time, well, how do I get someone interested in it? Little cool items like that do get wheels turning. There's nothing that's going to break the bank. It's something you can take a look at.
Correct.
Checking the chat right here. And again, guys, if you have questions for Ryan or myself, you definitely can put it in. Use all caps so we can it catches our attention. And if we miss it, sorry about that. It's not that we're trying to miss it. It's not like we're trying to avoid you. But we will try our best to answer everything. And once we're done with that, guys, we'll shoot the breeze as long as Ryan's able to, because I know he is a busy man. See what we got here. You see anything in there yet?
Nope, but I did just find the discount code and all that. So I'll drop all of that in here and a good link for everybody to get directly to it if they need to. Of course, we have all kinds of other stuff. And now that we're done talking about a product, we can actually talk about how well it works or whatever, but we can also go into, whatever topics you're wanting to check out tonight.
Yeah. Right now I got a bulldog coming out of an RV in the background. So if y'all hear a lot of crashing noise, my brother's bulldog. Let's see here what we got. JT, I did see a minute to scroll by it, something about your son has got you talked into getting a pea shooter. I think that's what the comment was. It scrolled by, which if that's the case, awesome. But Free did ask, what is that thing? I missed it, please, and thanks. Yeah, Ryan, if you'll show that again, and maybe I don't know how easy it is to turn off your light, just turn that thing on. I know it doesn't pick up very well on camera, but hey, why not test it out?
Step back. I could step back, but we'll show them a few times throughout because it's real quick and easy anyway. Basically, the idea of this is it's kind of a silicone. I say it's like a reverse dog bowl, like, those traveling dog containers where you put them in your glove box or whatever. It's basically like that, but it's clear plastic. And when you turn the light on, which is a small little solar powered LED light, that's when you get pretty cool brightness. Let me turn my lights off in here just so you guys can see it. I got some background lights on, but
yeah, it's pretty bright with just with the lights on itself.
Yeah.
Or a little LED. I mean, that sure beats the Dollar Tree garden lights that you see people using their the little pathways. You've seen those dollar garden lights?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot brighter than that.
So anyway, this is the product. Small little solar panel on the top of it, which is pretty cool. And it just charges up. You can hang them off. That's what I usually do, is like hang them off my backpack kind of thing. So they're always dangling. They're always charged up. I'm going to go get my light again. But they're really cool products. And they're Goal Zero has a good warranty. So like if you break them or something like that, you can always get a hold of me and we usually just swap them out. They come in packaging like this with a charging cord. So it's really everything you need,
Now the charging cord, is that a standard USB? Was it A? I think it is the early Android, or is that a was it C now?
Let's see if I can show you guys. I don't know. Can you see it?
Okay, yeah, that's the standard one, like the old Android. I think is the A style. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, these LEDs, you're really not worried about unless you lose it, then you have to replace it.
Correct.
So yeah.
Correct. And I mean, these LEDs just don't take up much juice, so they run forever. And
I was going to ask, have you got to test it out yet, like all night, to see how if it holds out or if it dims really? Obviously it won't be completely dead.
Yeah.
But does it hold a good light for a while?
Yeah, it does. And I'm talking, we went out coyote hunting, and we had, it was funny because Knox came with us and he was hanging out in the back of the truck, but he was watching his videos and stuff. So we had a couple lanterns in there for him. And I don't know, it was probably 4 or 5 hours when we got done, and it was still just running strong. So, that was my experience with it.
Steven, why do you guys start at 3 a.m.? I need sleep. I do apologize for you. I know your time change is completely different than ours. It is 8 p.m. here. Ryan, you got 7 p.m. where you're at, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I guess maybe I could do a 3 a.m. Show, and your wife would kill you, probably track me down and kill me. But hey, I did see, I think it was Jeff had asked you a question here. It is Jeff. Hey, Ryan, what's up? What's the 411 on the 22?
Yep. I see it here. I've got them.
Yeah, any information on that?
I do. Pay attention to my website. I have a couple. I'm supposed to be picking some stuff up tomorrow. Fair price, not quite where it's been, not where it was, but pretty darn good. So pay attention to the website tomorrow, maybe the next day, maybe Monday. But I think tomorrow I should have some stuff on there. I also do have some other stuff available right now. I have some steel case stuff and a number of other options. So there is stuff. Jump on my website and check it out. You could go and just search in there and just type in your caliber, that type of thing, type in 9mm, whatever, and you'll find stuff on there. I've got it. Like I said, it's been tough. What's really crazy about this year with all this is it's dried up, but I think it's like a fourfold issue. Number one, we've got everything that was happening for the last how many months, where people were not feeling safe where they live and stuff like that. And so people started thinking, well, hey, I need to be able to protect myself. And they started buying things. Then we had this whole, COVID situation, which is what it is. And then we have all these new gun buyers coming into the mix, and everybody is just piling up. And the production lines are slower than ever because of, the restrictions. So that's really what we're facing here. And we've had to really dig into old supplies. I have dealer networks, of course, but I haven't gotten a supply of ammo in, I don't know, 6, 7 months, 8 months, nothing, there's none available. Same thing for handguns and stuff like that. It's tough. I have stuff and we got to work hard though to get what we got to get now. So pay attention to the website. I've got some stuff.
Yeah. I got a question for you there. If I heard you right, you said that you have your dealer connection where you're able to get hold of things. Yes. Are they having difficulties themselves even getting supplies? Is this across the board? So kind of amused me a little bit here. There was a thing going around back when Homeland and the other Alphabet organization had bought up a lot of rounds not too long ago, and it made it nearly impossible for the regular civilian to go to Walmart or anywhere to actually get rounds. Are we seeing this again? We already know there's a huge thing over the 2A. Yeah. But if you take away the ability to feed these instruments, they pretty much become a nice paperweight unless you have the supplies and the know-how to do reloads. Correct. So what do you think on this, man? I do apologize for the background noise. I'm outside. My brother just cranked up his truck. No, that's my brother just cranked up his truck.
So I have not heard any official that's what's going on. But it's funny you bring that up because I was just talking about it yesterday with a friend of mine, and I have a sneaking suspicion there is something like that going on, because the ability to produce those things is not like, we're just squeaking it out. It's really tough. These things just get produced billions and billions and billions of rounds. And I don't know. Why are they not there? What's it, where's it going? I don't know. It does feel weird to me. I have a suspicion that's part of it, something with that. But in general, I think there's I think the big piece really is people underestimate how many people are out there really worried right now and, trying to.
Well, I keep
get
on
prepared.
hearing the excuse that it's the consumer purchasing large amounts. I just don't
Yeah.
see that. When I've been in the store, I'll see someone get a box, maybe two.
Yeah.
I'm not talking pallets. I mean, they don't ship just
Yeah.
one little box. And I mean, they mass produce this stuff.
Correct.
And I do have a question for you with your experience. I know
Yeah.
each type of rounds are differently, shotgun shells included compared to full metal jackets and things like that. What's the best storage way for people that are, they've got their supplies, okay?
Yeah.
But they know that it's going to be harder and harder to find any. And obviously, they're not using them right now. What is the best life expectancy with your experience on saving these things for, their rainy day?
Yeah. Well, for number one, if you have a house, you've got a climate controlled environment, most likely. That's where I would keep it. I would keep it somewhere wherever it just kind of stays cool. Dry, of course, is important. Keep it sealed up the best you can. I mean, many of the ways that we pack things, even in buckets and stuff like that, it's a way to do it. Just keep anything from getting into it, onto it, around it, and keep the temperature stable. That's the best thing. Now, I have a case of ammunition in my truck right now that I've been driving around for 35,000 miles with it, on road, off road, slamming up and down, hot 125 degrees in the desert, and 10 below up here. I just beat the heck out of it because I want to test this and see how reliable this certain specific ammunition is. And so that'll be a test for you guys to watch out for on the channel when it comes up. But for me, that's what I do. I keep it in my house somewhere. I'm the expert with using things for decorations. You can see behind me, I just,
Yeah, you got a bunch of toys back there.
Well, yeah, that's my minigun right there.
Yeah. Every American should have one.
Absolutely. That's a lot cheaper to shoot than the real one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, but anyway, like talking about going into the wholesalers and things like that. So I have distributors and I log into their sites, and then this is pretty much, there's a half a dozen or so big distributors that really do most of the business when it comes to firearms and things like that. And I log in there, and if I put 9mm handgun search, there's nothing. There's not one available. It's not, it's not like they're in there and the prices are really high. It's not any of that. They're not in there. They're not available right now. And that makes this really a difficult game, because what I've had to do is literally drive around town, call people, say, hey, you guys got, what's up? What's going on? What are you guys trading? Find estate sales, things like that. Try to get some stuff to bring back onto the market because I can't even find it. And the ammo is the same situation. It's crazy. You go in there and there's nothing available for us to purchase. So we're having to really get desperate. And then the other issue is always, I have firearms to sell. I can't necessarily sell you a handgun and then you say, do you have any ammo? And I say no, so I have to have stuff available for my clients as well that I have to hold on to, and that drives prices. So it's a really tough game. It really is. It's hard, especially right now.
Yeah. And like you were saying, I mean, we haven't been able to pinpoint like a massive government buy on these things, or any type of order saying, no, you can only produce this amount of tonnage of this. We haven't found any paper trail on that, but it, maybe it is the consumer. I don't believe it is. I don't believe the consumer is what's taking out the market. There's just way too much tonnage being moved around by that.
It's too much. It's too much for me too. I'm kind of with you. It just,
if you can't take the boomstick out of their hand, just take away the freedom seeds. There you go. Now, have you noticed anything about the resupplies? I mean, not resupply, making your own as far as the supplies necessary. Have you seen anything dwindling on that, or is that?
Yes, that's totally shot too. It's primers. Primers is where they're gone, and they've been gone from the moment the ammo was gone. The primers were gone. Odd, but that's what happened. It could be the same thing, but it could also be the other thing. So, but as far as resupplies, I need to mention that just today I got one of my wholesalers did get a hold of me and say, hey, I got allocated some ammo. Here's what I've got. You want it? And I'm like, every bit of it. Give it all to me, like whatever. And that's what's going to be coming up for sale. So I have seen a little bit of movement. I've seen a couple other firearms pop up on the market all of a sudden for sale again that I hadn't seen in a while. So there has been a little bit of movement that I don't know what to make of it, but something's happening. You know, I don't know what's happening, but something.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to try to see and use my contacts to see if I can't find a paper trail, and especially with the munitions factoring companies, as far as any type of federal funding for anything. Just like the states, guys, if they start receiving federal funding, they also take federal mandates, because if you want this type of money to help you bail you out, you're going to have to do what we say in this department. And I'm not saying that they're doing it. I got to dig around and see what I can figure out. There's a lot of information that is open to public view, especially when it comes to federal funding. Maybe something's going on there. It just doesn't make sense that it's not available. I mean, every time I walk into the store, the hardware stores that usually do have these things, nothing there. I mean, completely gone. And I'd be asking about, yeah, man, we just got a shortage. I'm like,
yeah,
there's just no way. Where's it all going? I mean, if you're saying that you haven't had anything in weeks, obviously it's not customers buying it because they haven't been buying it here.
Yeah, so that's another thing to think about. If, let's say, for the last, and I mean, I'm talking seriously, 6 months, nobody's been able to buy anything. That means nobody's bought anything and nothing's been produced. And if it has been, where did it go? Where's it going? You know what I'm saying? These lines aren't completely stopped and doing nothing. That's for sure, because they are producing some. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Are they maybe producing more? Are they maybe, you know, I don't know. I like I said, I did just have this conversation yesterday with a friend of mine. Said, hey, I tinfoil hat, sneaking suspicion, but something weird's going on here.
Inner City Shepherdess. I got it right this time. Definitely appreciate the super chat. Thank you all for the time you put into this. Merry Christmas, everyone. Well, definitely Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to all you guys. Hopefully everybody's safe. They're going to be with family. I know with everything going on, which is, oh man, Twitter's blown up, and I'm not a Twitter guy, but I have been for the channel. And I'm seeing all this stuff where all these political figureheads, mayors, governors, senators, everybody, you stay home. You are not allowed to, you know, be around these type of people. Here's a number of how many people you can be with. And that one was just in Cabo, I think, for Thanksgiving. So, yeah, this, I don't know, man. I mean, I keep on reading more and more of this stuff, and there, parts of California have now done the shelter in place. I forgot what count it was. I hit a tweet on it and posted a tweet on it, and they're saying that they are shutting down, and basically it's going to be, because it's the shelter in place type of stuff. The restaurants are down to just carry outs only, I mean drive-throughs.
Yeah.
The retailers are 20% capacity, 20%. The hairstylists and things like that cannot open. So I don't know where Pelosi's going to get her hair blown out this time. Maybe she's going to get a air compressor from you or something like that. Maybe you sell something. I don't know. Yeah. It could be.
Stick her head out the window. I don't know. But I'm with you, man, on all of it.
This whole thing, guys, you know, like I talked about before on the last early live stream, letting you guys know what was going on with the channel as far as where I was going to be at as far as next live streams and stuff. This whole thing that we've been dealing with this whole last year, guys, I'm working on a video right now, and it's dealing with Skid Row, the actual Skid Row. There's like it's the highest population of homeless in America. Okay, now the videos and stuff I'm putting together, I mean, it shows Tent City down the sidewalk. You can't even walk down the sidewalk. The bike lanes are slap.
Yeah, I've been down there.
They're laying on the ground. It's bad. And with the economy the way it is, and everyone's like, no, there's nothing wrong with the economy. No, there's a lot wrong with the economy. There's a lot of people unemployed. There's a lot of people that cannot make payments, and there's a lot of people that are getting homeless now. Correct. I'm not saying they're going to go to Skid Row, but we're going to start seeing a lot more homeless population, which is going to overwhelm shelters and things like that. Me personally, I don't like going to shelters. When I was a train rider, I stayed out of those places. All right, Shingles was notorious in those things. I'm sorry if you run a shelter. I'm not trying to talk bad of you directly, but my experience traveling as a train rider, I wouldn't go. I slept out in the snow. I built me a shelter. I would not go to those places when I was going through towns. But we're going to see a lot more of this stuff, guys. And with the Christmas holiday and stuff going around, luckily there's a lot of bigger YouTubers that are doing a lot of work with the homeless and things like that. I don't want to say directly homeless, the shelters and things. One comes to mind is Alaska Prepper. He's always worked with this stuff. He's worked with the women's battered shelters, the homeless, the food places. He's always done stuff like that. So there is sparks of hope in all this, but there's going to be a lot we're going to be seeing. And I saw a headline the other day talking about the next stimulus check. Will we get it before Christmas, before December 31st? Oh, it won't be as big. You know what? I don't foresee that happening that anytime soon. The only times that you ever see money go around is when they're doing big bailouts for airline companies and stuff like that. But brings another point. Why is it that you can jump on an airline, pay for an airfare that's loaded down with people, but you can't assemble in your house with some relatives? It's all control. Every bit of this is control.
Nothing makes any sense at all. At all.
I'm watching across the seas, man. I'm watching all this stuff that's going on over there. Dude, I really believe it's coming here. The unrest. I mean, they have a right to. I mean, I'd be ticked off too, being locked down again like that. I'm not advocating for violence in any way or anything like that, guys. But I'm just saying, sometimes you got to make a stand and say enough's enough. And right now, what I'm seeing these other countries, I'm like, good. I mean, they'll let protesters, well, not protesters, rioters burn down cities, burn down businesses, talking about how they're frustrated. So they go burn out a mom and pop store that had nothing to do with it, and they don't do jack. And they'll come rolling in and talk about they arrested that guy in Costco in Georgia. I don't remember his name. I did put the article up in video because he took his mask off inside Costco. They called the police, and in that Twitter video, they are putting cuffs on him, and there's keeps you quit resisting me. He said, I'm not resist. I mean, they're cuffing them. Well, yeah, we got cuff police now. I didn't know it was illegal and arrestable offense to not wear a mask.
I'm telling you, I saw a guy on TV yesterday, and the guy came up and told him to put a mask on or something like that. He said no, he wouldn't do it. And this officer, I don't know, it was a security guard or something, choked the guy out. The guy was unconscious. He let go, smashes the dude's head on the ground, drags him out onto the sidewalk, and throws him outside over a mask. I'm like, what are we doing here? And then whatever. You're talking about, if you really want to get into the numbers of what it's really, how dangerous this really is, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's worth what we're doing. And I don't know. The evidence just doesn't back it, in my opinion, put it that way.
Josh, I just saw your question there. Do you think martial law is coming? Me personally, yes, I do. But they're already trying to arrest, like Ryan just talked about, a security guard choked a guy out and threw him in the street. That's assault. All right. I used to work security. Mm-hmm. You can't put your hands on anybody unless they're physically harming somebody. Okay. Unless you're making an arrest. And then you better have very good grounds to be making an arrest. And you better be certified to make that arrest, because that's false imprisonment in the state of Florida. Oh, yeah. I found that out real quick. And when a law officer was putting me in handcuffs, said, you can't do that. I said, I was told to escort him off the property. He hit me. Well, that completely changed everything because he assaulted me. So I was restraining him. But yeah, I mean, you have to get certified for handcuffs. You have to get certified for firearms, all that stuff. So yeah, do I think this will happen? Yeah, I do. I do think martial law will be coming in, and it's going to be underneath the guise of everybody's protection, because of the that really doesn't kill anybody unless you have severe ailments. And guys, like I talked about on the stream earlier today, I get sick with anything that's in the air. Any flu, cold. I get bronchiolitis twice a year. I had a head cold for about 3 days this summer. That's it. And I was working with the public. Panama City Beach was always having tests. People were testing positive left and right this year. I was working at an amusement park. I was within that close contact with people asking me questions, no mask. No. Do I wear a mask? Yeah, because I am susceptible to infection. My immune system is not up to par. I've been that way for many years now. Am I taking steps trying to get my immune system up? Yeah, but that takes time. It's not an overnight thing. But if this was this bad, I should have already been in ICU. Okay, I'm not just been hiding in the house. I've had to work. Well, now currently I'm working part-time. Well, working part-time at a gas station, I'm around all kind of people, so I have no idea who they are or where they've been. yeah. So I mean, it's not the most scientific experiment and proof, but
Yeah.
I got to talk to my wife. Someone could cough across the street and I've got it, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. And here I am all year without coming down with anything except for that head cold. And that's because somebody I worked with had it and they were sneezing. I mean, we're right there in the control booth right there. And I was trying to teach them how to operate the machine and they're coughing and blowing snot. But yeah, Zebra to you. Are you guys on Parler and Rumble? I am on both. Ryan, are you on Parler and Rumble? I did put up your links for Instagram and stuff.
I'm on Parler. I've been on Parler for quite a while. Rumble, I'm working on just getting an account set up now. I've just been looking into it. I also have, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff. So I'll drop some links in here while we're chatting.
Yeah, definitely get those links in for that. Yeah, I do have Parler and Rumble. I put those links up in the community post for the channel when I had set it all up. I will have to do an updated one for everybody. Basically, I'm using those as backups for this platform here because we never know. I try to re-upload any video that we produce here. I try to upload there just so it's there, because if I lose it here, I think I'll lose every video I've got here too. So that wouldn't be good. I've got over 400 some videos already, so I don't want to lose all that. See here. Josh Connor, did you hear where that preacher died from the modern? No, I did not hear that news. I did see a blurb with Mr. Sleepy, let's put it that way. Mr. Sleepy there said that as long as the water faucet doctor, let's put it that way, can prove that the miracle needle, man, these code words suck, is safe, he's willing to use it. But now they're ready to force it on everybody else. Yeah, guys, there's just too much stuff with this. I cannot tell anybody what to do. I can just say what me and my family's going to do, and we're not going to be a part. We are not taking it. I will do everything I can. Go ahead.
And if you look back at what's going on, think about this. We went from, and I tell people this because it's crazy to think about. 1 year ago, you would look at like a news clip of China or something. You'd see people wearing masks daily, and it'd be like, whoa, it would catch your attention because it's an odd thing to see. We've gone from that to the point where that's a normal thing, where we're locked down, where we can't leave, where businesses can't open, and the science doesn't prove it. That's the problem. And I'm not saying that this isn't a real thing, because I think the truth always kind of lies somewhere in the middle. Everything's on a spectrum here. And I think it was just an opportune moment to take a contagious thing and use it and run with it and use whatever they could from that. And talking about Marshall, whatever. Yeah. We're not talking, is it coming? We're partway into this being enacted on us. We're going to all of a sudden wake up one day and find ourselves on UBI, stuck at home, lockdowns. Where do we go? What do we do? No businesses open. Government owns everything. That's where we're headed. That's directly where we're headed. And it's not in 10 years. We're just very, very close right now. And it worries me. Now, could I be wrong? Absolutely. And if I am, awesome. Come call me a dummy and whatever, and that'll be great. And we'll laugh. That's fine. I'd be happy to do that over the other side, and that's really what drives my preparedness. My preparedness actually rolled into the preparedness store. I don't know if everybody knows that story, but it was like, how do you take your prepping to the next level? And it was like, well, what if the entire business was, what if I sat on a whole business of gear, of preparedness supplies and stuff? And that spiraled into what this is today. And then of course the firearms and everything there. So, but I think we are in some trouble here, to be frank. I think we're in it.
Like you said, and if you're wrong, you're wrong. I'd rather be wrong in this situation than be actually correct. Yeah. Okay, because it's not going to be good all across the board. And I get, I read comments and stuff. Well, I don't see preparing for this scenario because that's not going to happen. What about this scenario? I try to prepare for as many scenarios because I don't know what's happening. All right, what I can see is what it's looking like, and then I try to connect the dots and go, okay, it could go overflow into this, so I need to make sure I'm ready for that. I'm not telling people to go get a second mortgage on your house and go buy, 2 year supply of long-term food storage. Right now, with what we got going on, I say get your home payments up in advance, because when you can't go to work,
Dang right.
your bills still come in. And last thing you want to be is homeless. You got a year supply of food, but you can't drag it anywhere. So you have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be planning. I mean, yeah, get food back. We show the canned goods, dry goods, all that stuff. Try to do it every week, but worry about your living situation. I mean, that's not looking good right now.
No, correct. And that whole bubble is about to burst big time. You know, people are, I mean, we're just starting to hear about it, but it's going to happen where we end up with, like you were saying, a lot more homeless people and stuff like that. But, and, you know, basically what I would recommend, if possible, is to get something and own it outright. And that means if you've got a small piece of land in an RV or something like that, you may want to try to get that paid off, even if it means that mortgage or whatever, to get something that you own outright. Because I am really worried there's going to be some kind of power play as far as financing. America runs on credit. Everybody is in debt. Everybody runs on payments and debt. And all it takes is somebody to call all of that in right now, pay that, and you say, I can't, and you're done. And I know that seems far-fetched, but so does, you know, stealing an election or things like that. All that stuff seems real far-fetched too. And I don't know. Here we are, you know. So I'm just saying, it just all concerns me. And but the bottom line is, I just don't feel comfortable, period. Like inside, I don't feel comfortable with what's going on. Something's not right.
Yeah. A couple things right fast. Lisa R. Hall, good to see you. I'm glad you made it here. Jeff, for your question here, escaped from a level 4 biolab. Do you think a mask is going to protect you? Well, Jeff, this is my thoughts on that. Doesn't mean I'm correct at all. I believe this was released. The reason why I believe it was released was because of Dark Winter was already planned out, and the whole scenario which is playing now matches exactly with that. I believe this was something that was released. The filter I use, it does have a carbon scrubber filter inside the mask that I changed out. I don't even wash those out. I actually just replace them. We buy in bulk on those. Do I think it's going to work? It's the best option I have, just because it may or may not. It's the best option I have available. So I look at it as a prepping standpoint. At least I have done something to try. Now, do I try to stay away from people? Yeah, as much as possible. I try to say, hey, just get out of my bubble anyway. As far as, I don't know why people get right up in your face, because back in my old days, I'd knock you on your ass just because that. Not you, Jeff.
Away.
I mean, people that get right up in your face. I don't like that at all. Yeah. Not you, Jeff. But that's my thoughts on it. It does not mean I'm correct. I see what you're saying there. And yeah, I mean, just depends on the filtration of that. I mean, we still go through decontamination, as far as we don't bring the same clothes that we were wearing at the store. We don't wear that inside when we go inside the trailer. We actually have a little screen set up in the back that gets dropped and put in the dirty clothes. It's a small step. Is it 100% foolproof? No. Is it a pain in the ass? Yeah, it is. My life is a little bit easier than most people that has to go to work every single day. They've got to go pick up their kids, drop off the kids to school, things like that. My life is a lot more simpler. Well, being here on YouTube right now, I work a part-time job. I get to do YouTube, and it helps offset the income. My wife's working in a restaurant, which I'm not thrilled about, but she actually loves working in a restaurant. I don't know why. I worked in a restaurant when I was younger. Didn't like it at all. Put me in the dish pit. I don't like being around people. So, but it doesn't mean I'm correct in that, Jeff. You could actually be dead on. That's the steps we take. It doesn't mean I'm actually correct on it.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. I don't wear one very often. I'm not in a place where we do. And I mean, like we talked about at the beginning, the onset, I got this big beard, whatever. I'm not shaving it. I'm not doing any of that. When it's time, when it really has to be masks, you know what I'm doing? I'm full body gas mask and whatever, some crazy thing. And that's what I'm going to do around town. When they want it, that's how it's going to come from me. I'm going to full on do it. And that's that, But for now, I too have a really like different situation. Like you're talking, working part-time, you get to stay away. Well, this is what I do. And since the pandemic hit, basically I've been renovating our storefront. So we've had people up there working, and I brought this all home. So I've been home for a year, just by myself. You know, it gets pretty crazy around here. But yeah, when it's time for masks, I'm putting some kind of suit on, and that's what I'm gonna wear around town everywhere I
go. Yeah, when this stuff first hit, I grabbed our gas masks and chem suits, and I grabbed our mirror. I've been wanting to use our mirrors filters. Those are very expensive. They're for viruses. I mean, they're expensive, and I got those. My wife's looking at me. She says, "You're not gonna open that up, are you?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, we're gonna need it." She says, "Don't you open that up?" Because they are expensive. I'm like, "I want to use it." She says, "Do you think you need it right now?" I'm like, "Well, no, but I want to play with my stuff." I mean,
let me
come on now. You're gonna tell me you guys are preppers and you don't want to really get to use your stuff. I mean, it's sitting up there on the shelf or buried or locked away somewhere. You're sitting there going, it's kind of like looking at a nice 1970 Chevelle sitting in your yard, super sport with a big block 454, and you just don't have the keys for it. Yeah. I already know, Josh, you're going to say hot wire it. Let's see what else we got here. I see a lot of comments won't wear masks. Hey, I completely agree with you. If that's your stance on it, I have no problem with your stance. I don't believe anybody should be forced to. I do hold the belief that if you are a private business owner, you can dictate who comes in your business because it's a private business. But that's where I stand on that, because they have a right to their own views too, and to do the constitutional thing. Well, I have a constitutional right. Well, so do they. So that's where it gets right there, and I don't want to argue with anybody on that. I just look at it at that aspect. Again, don't mean I'm right, just means that's my view. That's all. Let's see here. What else we got? We don't need no stinking keys. Yeah, Josh, I knew it. Josh is my guy to call when I need. Actually, I already know how to do that. I learned it, like at 12 years old, I rebuilt my first carburetor. It was a 1-barrel Rochester, and I may have learned a couple other skills from my father, but we won't talk about that. That's why I like older cars. They're simple. All right, scrolling through. If you've seen anything, Ryan, or you want to discuss something, you go right ahead.
I was kind of reading. I was doing the same thing, kind of scrolling through, looking. I don't think I saw anything. I saw somebody talking about Wisconsin, but it was all.
Wisconsin.
That's where I grew up.
Josh Connor, that's a good point. If you want to gray man or incognito, wear a mask. Last thing you need is a crazy Karen. Tempting fate. Oh yes, the Karens, man. I've been watching a lot of those Karen videos just for a good laugh, and I'm like, oh my god. Yeah. So far, I have not run across any, thankfully, except maybe on the chat. But other than that, I haven't run across any. All right. Just need a big Stanley screwdriver, allegedly. Allegedly. WV, how you doing? Hey guys, so good to see you at Prescott Caliber Club. Let me check our guest list right fast. I know Magic Prepper had said something about might be able to step in. All right, I sent him a link, but I don't see it, so I guess he was unable to step in.
Yeah, I saw he was premiering. He was premiering something right before this.
Oh, he's premiering. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're competing with him now. Should talk crap.
Nah, I don't compete with anybody. I'm just here to do my my little side spill of things.
Yeah, I hear you. I always think it's funny when people get into.
I never compete because I don't play fair. I don't play fair. I play to win. I don't compete.
Oh, man.
People get hurt when I get competitive. That's not a threat to anybody. That's me being a dumbass.
That's funny. All right, we got a question here asking about the Canik TP9SF. Awesome guns. Everything about them are great. I have a number of them right here actually in the safe. That's one of the brands a number of years ago. I don't know. One thing that I really like to do is try to find something that I love, a product like, I don't know, a certain handgun, a certain rifle, something like that, that may be very high end, very expensive, but I find a certain product that I love. And then I try to find products that are almost there that are not quite with the price tag. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to find these budget options that get you there. They may not have the same name. They may not have certain little features or something, but it gets you most of the way there. And that's what I found with Canik was the price point is crazy. For like $400, you can walk out the door with a brand new handgun. You have a holster with it, a case, back straps, magazines. It's crazy. The guns themselves run. I have some videos on my channel with them. I've run them a number of times, and I have one that I keep in my truck, and we just beat the hell out of it. I've never cleaned it, nothing. Just every time we go out, we just shoot, throw it around, all kinds of stuff. They're great handguns. So I would highly recommend those, and I do have some available if you're looking.
All right, give me 1 second, Ron. I'm going to step out. I'm going to make your screen larger right fast.
Cool.
Guys, I've got to use the restroom. I drink a lot of coffee, and let me hit the solo layout. I think I'm still audio, but I'll be right back.
Cool.
It's all you now. Don't screw up.
No, I'm good. All right, let's see. I'll jump in the chat here, see what's up. Josh Connor, I do love you, man. All right. So somebody drop a question in there. Let's go. Let's talk about something. I don't know what you guys want to talk about. A little bit about me and what I do. I run the preparedness store. I do everything pretty much shipping out of my house right now. We do online sales. All local people can swing by. We do a lot of that where people will jump online and purchase things like anything. It could be firearms, knives, prepper gear. We have a lot of solar products. We have some pretty cool, really cool portable solar products. I guess that's something we could talk about here. I'm going to drop a link in the description here. Where is it at? Solar. Do all solar. There we go. All right, I'm gonna drop a link in here. You guys can jump into the store if you want to check any of this stuff out. But some of my favorite products that I found over the last couple of years fell into the solar category. Off-Grid Trek is a really cool company that's out of Canada, and I bumped into him one time because he was I was looking for a soft solar panel, something that I could backpack with. And I have a power film, but I wanted an alternative. So I was looking for an alternative to the power film. And I found Off-Grid Trek. And then he got into some of these really cool solar blankets, which are backpackable, foldable layout solar panels. There's some small like 28 watt versions. There's some bigger 120 and 215 watt versions as well. They're very cool. There's some bug out kits. They're a little pricey, but these things are really awesome. And I have a number of people that are starting to locate some of these products now across the country, and they're starting to show up in different places. So I know people are catching on, and these are really solid products. So even if you can't, afford one of them or something like that right now, pay attention to them because these things are really cool. And like for me right now, the situation we're in, if they were to shut the power off, a lot of this stuff is the stuff that I'm using. I've got my generators from the store. I've got my own generators, and that's kind of where I would take it. So sorry, you're back. We were just talking about solar panels.
Were you sales pitching? Jeez, I believe you 3 minutes. Actually, no, me and Ryan were actually talking about doing some product reviews and stuff like that with my channel. We ran into an issue just because trying to ship a lot of these items to come here, do a review on and ship back and all that stuff, especially these high, some of these items are, they're expensive because they're high quality stuff. Not everybody on a budget is going to be able to afford it right off the bat. So that's one of the things that we're going to be working on is where he's able to show us these products that he's got right there, saves us on trying to ship and all that middleman crap. He can actually just sit there and show the product and say, hey, this is what it does. And during the live stream, everyone can actually ask, hey, well, what is this? What is that? And that way you can actually see what's going on.
Yeah. And I'm also hoping, like right now we're at my house, but once the storefront gets all finished being renovated and stuff, we're going to have a real cool YouTube studio in there. So we could try to incorporate the lives into that as well, because then we're at the store. So if there's anything that anybody wants to see or talk about, it's really accessible to bring products out and check them out. But I saw somebody in here was saying to show the product again. So basically we were wanting to showcase a product when we do a live
shameless.
Like
Shameless.
Here. Is there a button where I can mute? Is there a way that I can mute you? Is that?
No, only I have that option. You want me to go large screen for you?
No, it's fine. I got it right here. So basically what we've got is this upside down dog bowl that we keep talking about. It's an expandable solar light, solar powered on the top, LED. They are $19.99 on the website. There's a discount code we'll drop in. You can scroll back and find it, but I'll drop one in there again in a second to save $1 off of this. Really, really cool backpacking, emergency preparedness. Keep it in your car, keep it in your glove box. I like to hang them off my backpacks, kind of keep them hanging around in my truck and stuff where they always keep charged up. They're really cool. So they are the Goal Zero crush lights. That's what we're looking at. It says up to 35. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I just killed your speech there. My bad. I was letting Jeff know that I'll see him later, man. I saw he had a bounce. No problem, Jeff. I'm glad you were able to stick around. And sorry, Ryan, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
You're fine. I'm used to it.
Not yet. Wait till I start calling you on the phone again. I don't even let him talk. I just sit there and blah 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 blah. You know, I talk a lot. I talk more on YouTube than I actually do in real life. I just put him on. I just put you on speaker and hand you the Knox. I saw Lori is in here. Lorif, I can't read fully; it's too far away. Do you sell solar generators? I do sell solar generators. I sell a lot of Goal Zero stuff. I deal for those guys. I like a lot of their products. There's some specific products that may be a little better if you're in the realm. So I'm always open to talking as well. You know, I want you to get what you want, but I'll drop a link to those as well. And we also have links for his website, guys. It's a real simple website to navigate. It really is. Everything's drop down windows, and he has it broke down to, you know, whatever things you're looking for. Then they have the subcategories. You know, definitely go check it out because there's a lot of good stuff over there. Like I said, I definitely try to promote his business here. I stand behind it. Ryan's a good guy. I've known Ryan for a good minute now, and I'm only saying that because we're on public. Actually, you're just a jerk. I don't like you. You got that beard growing out and all that stuff. I mean, I didn't shave this morning. I got some growth growing because I didn't shave this morning.
I haven't shaved since we talked last. That's for sure.
I don't think you ever shave.
I don't, like twice a year when it starts to go into my mouth or into my ears or nose, I guess.
I didn't know that actually happened because, yeah, I never grow my grizzly. You know what? Even as a train rider, I stay clean. I have my sideburns, but I stay clean shaved.
Yeah, I was gonna say as soon as you turned, I was thinking sideburns. I still think that's funny.
I've shaved in a mud puddle in Las Vegas. Yep.
That's gross.
There's set of train tracks you go through. You can actually see the strip. It's not right on top of it, but you got to cross this walkway and stuff. Come out near the Caesars. Yeah, that's where the walkway comes out at. Split. Yep, right there, that split. And right there at the train, there's a little bridge there, a little small bridge. And I used to camp out underneath there when I was in Las Vegas. And there's a little waterway right there. Yeah, shaving in a mud puddle.
That's funny.
Hey, it worked.
I always thought Vegas
I didn't even have a mirror, man. I was using the puddle as a reflection. Hey, it worked.
Heck yeah. Josh Connor's asking how the chickens are. Good. I actually have 10 dozen eggs freeze drying right now as we speak. They're running out in the workshop right now. Talking about preparedness. Even if you don't have the money to get into some of this cool stuff that you see on the internet, I think one of the most important things to talk about is learning how to garden, how to grow. And I love your channel. I love the things that you show when you do your gardens, because I am somebody who was kind of a late bloomer in that area. And so producing food was important to me. So chickens and gardening were the things that I've been working on for the last couple of years. And Josh has helped me out every time I kill a chicken or something like that. You know, I had one of the hens died recently. I think it was, she was just sick, but I text Josh right away. I was like, my chicken died.
El Michelle, no problem. Be right back. Got to make granddaughter something to eat. No problem. Definitely go take care of that youngin. And I do want to address, you're a late bloomer. A late bloomer. Yeah, that's funny right there. Late bloomer. I see you in 6th grade. Pigtails, braces.
Big glasses.
Big glasses. Books in your hand. Picture books because you can't read.
Exactly. Braille.
He's gonna quit coming on live streams with me. You know, when I talk to him on the phone and text him, we're at each other. Actually, worse than this. A lot worse. We clean it up a lot for the YouTube.
There's a lot of things we can't say here.
Yeah. let's see here. I probably missed some things, guys. All right.
Growing
Any
potatoes in a laundry basket.
questions you guys want to throw at us while we're here?
Well, Casual Preparedness just said that we need to learn how to grow potatoes in a laundry basket. I don't know about that, but I learned a really cool way of growing potatoes this year. I'm going to give it a good go next year. But basically, you start your potatoes. When the tree starts to come out, the green starts to come out, you put a new bucket on the top with the bottom cut off. Fill it up with dirt, let it grow through there. And you continue doing that. You could stack these things up to, 8 feet tall. And you're pulling them out, and there's like 60, 70, 80 pounds of potatoes in just a single stack. It takes no room, just in a bucket. It was pretty cool. So that's what I learned this year. But I'd love to hear about the laundry basket potatoes.
Wait a second. You said when the tree comes up, potato tree?
I mean, when the green comes out, you know what I'm saying? Put the bucket on.
the reason I bring this up.
I knew you were going to say that as soon as I said that.
Yeah.
Shit.
The reason I bring this up, yeah, exactly. I ran into this guy and we're talking about garden. It wasn't Ryan, it was another individual, and he wanted to know how to grow a pickle plant. I'm looking at him, I'm like, what? Yeah, a pickle plant. My aunt had one on her porch when I was little. I used to pull them off, the best tasting pickles. They're better than dill. I said, you do understand pickles are cucumbers, correct? No, oh man, he was getting livid that I was incorrect. A pickle plant. And it's better than dill. Yeah, he almost was going to go fist of cuffs with me on that one. A pickle plant.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'm not a good gardener. I actually did a video on my channel last year, and it was called "How Not to Garden." And I took me and Knox was 2 at that point in time, and we went out. And I get tired of people being like, like they think they know everything, and so they try to teach me, and I just can't. I have a hard time with that type of environment where somebody's like, yeah, you got to do this, you got to do this. So I'm like, I want to learn. I want to know why. Why did that die? Why did that not work? How does the soil work? And that's
you're a lost cause.
Yeah, I'm screwed. Hey, I'm doing good over here. I got a lot going. I actually have been doing composting too. That's another thing.
I'm just glad you got that huge supply of long-term food storage and over there. I'm just glad about that.
That's the learning curve. I know, that's the learning curve.
Yeah, that's the learning curve. It's going to be able to last 10 years without having to grow anything. By then, hopefully, something picked up or someone else then grew it for them.
Good thing I know how to. Good thing I know how to hunt.
Yeah. Thank God. Thank God he can hit something.
Heck yeah.
The other gardener with his field.
Yeah, exactly. Just sit back, collect my crop at the end of the day.
I didn't say that. That's marauding.
Yeah,
I didn't say that at all.
You're sick.
Yeah, there's something wrong with me. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
I know I've missed everybody here. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to find who I would miss. And again, guys, if y'all have something particularly I want to talk about, go right ahead.
There's a pretty good question here. It's from Inner City Shepherdness. It says, what are the first things you do, say the first hour of a power outage, assuming you know it's long term? I've had the situation, not super long term. I don't live in an area where I have a lot of power outages, but I do have them from time to time, and I do go off grid. But the first thing, of course, is I go right to the bus, your freezers and your things like that. That stuff's got to be kind of figured out. But aside from freezers, light and whatever, I don't use a ton of electricity unless I'm doing this. So, from there, it's kind of figure it out. But it's a good thing I know how to do it because I do it all the time. So pulling out and getting ready to set up the whole system and whatever doesn't take long. Not off-grid Trek. Goal Zero actually offers a really cool product too that I want to test out soon. But it's a panel that goes onto the side of your house and it plugs into your a couple of your breakers. So you can choose a few breakers in your home, whichever ones you'd want to power. Maybe say your lights and your fridges and freezers or something. And then all you have to do is plug your solar generator right into that and switch the handle over and you're running off of that. So I don't know, but that's kind of the way I take it is.
I see that question there. Question, what are the first things you do, say the first hour of power outage, assuming you know how it's long term? The way I read that question is, what's the first thing you do if you know that the power is down? It's going to be down for a while. My first thing, I'd be emptying my faucets. I would be getting whatever I can to fill whatever's in that line as much as possible. Granted, we store water, but getting that little bit of extra water into some type of container. I see people where they fill up their bathtubs. Um, Question right fast for everybody. There's nothing wrong with storing water in a bathtub. They even sell little things that you can fill up a bathtub bladder and stuff like that. But when was the last time that you washed out your bathtub since you took a shower last? You wash it out every single time and get all that soap out of there? Because I'll tell you this much, if you took a shower in there and there's still shampoo residue and stuff like that, and you put water in there as much as you can, which probably won't fill up that bathtub, but then you go to drink it, get ready to have the chimera in Spanish. You're gonna be sick to your stomach. But that would be my first step, just because it just gives me that little bit extra time with water while I'm trying to get at my rain catchers and things like that. But now, if I wasn't sure if it was going to be a long term, first thing I'm going to do is check my cell phones, see if they work, because I want to know if it was something major as far as coronal mass ejection or EMP. Those things will be, you won't have anything there. Next, just the routine stuff. But if that cell phone's dead or anything else that connects to satellites or anything like that you might have and it's not working, you're in for a long ride. But water would be my first thing. But I liked your answer too, Ryan.
Read the question different.
Yeah, of course I read it different. I had an agenda. I had an agenda.
That's that dyslexia. That's that dyslexia thing. No, I actually though on your water topic. I know. Well, you're on your water topic too. I mean, that's a big thing for me. Is I chose where I lived based on a lot of this stuff. We have our own well. We have large water storage containers that are constantly being refreshed and cleaned out and all. So it's a big thing for me. Is I've done a lot of the preparedness steps that it takes. If I needed to cut off from the world, I kind of can pretty quickly. But I did like your talk about checking and EMPs are crazy. We have the EMP shields and stuff like that. We talk about those all the time, and that's always a fun discussion. But I think they're cool. I like those things. But I'm big into EMP stuff. I've actually got some Faraday bags from Off-Grid Trek right now. I've got a couple of them in. I wanted to do a review video on those, but they're really, really cool. Big Faraday bags, solar generators, stuff like that. You can throw all your gear in there. It's pretty cool. So EMPs
I would like to check out those Faraday bags. We make our own Faraday cages and stuff, but
yeah, I do too.
Like I said, when we test ours, we're just using a radio and receiver, walkie-talkie, just some type of level. It doesn't mean it's the best level, and technically, we don't even know if it's actually going to work as far as the aluminum foil. But it's a step in the right direction. But I did see Josh Connor.
I could send you one to check out and whatever.
Yeah, I'd like to take a look at one.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone should have a plan written down. So during the panic, you only have to go through a checklist. And that is probably one of the best ideas ever, Josh, because I know myself, I get disorientated. I'll be thinking about so many different things. I ramble, and having a checklist right offhand. Now, if you drill for it every single day and it's just ingrained in you, yeah, you probably just fine. But for everybody else that, they prep for it, but they also have to live their normal lives, it's nice to have some type of checklist you can grab. I've seen, I believe it was City Prepping. This is an old video too. I believe it was his channel. It's a emergency booklet that he just flips through, and every step's already planned out. Granted, you might have to modify it from time to time, but yeah, it's a good idea. Scrolling through here. JT, I have those bags. Okay. I do not have any of those. I definitely want to check it out. All of our electronics are small electronics, like our extra inverters that we have. We got the one big power inverter that runs the trailer. Now we have EMP shield hooked to that. Yeah, it's 3,000 there. We have EMP hooked to that one. So anything in that trailer that's bleeding off of our 12-volt system or going through that inverter is technically okay, because we're not above the amperage rating for that particular model we have. So everything in that trailer, as long as it's hooked up to that line, we're good. But like our tablets and things that we have movies, music, and stuff downloaded on, and those are in Faraday cages. Our radios, our comms, and stuff, those are in Faraday cages. If they're large, if the bags are large enough, it might actually be a good idea to go and switch it and upgrade. I consider it an upgrade compared to wrapping everything with aluminum foil. I mean,
Absolutely.
don't get me
I
wrong.
mean,
I like
yeah, I'm
wrapping
with
things with
you.
aluminum foil, but if it's an upgrade, hey, you may as well do an upgrade.
Yeah, they're not, they're not the cheapest things. I mean, they're a couple $100. That's kind of where it's troublesome is it's a hard price point to fit, and hit with what it is. But so far I haven't messed with them a lot yet. I just kind of got them in, but they're big enough that I could fit like a solar generator in them. I mean, it's pretty cool. So I'm excited to really get testing with them. But you brought up a good point about like with the EMP shield stuff, if the argument of whether they work or not is that we can have that discussion. That's a fun one to have. But being able to be plugged into the protection source, that's a really, really cool option about those. So if you're into the EMP shields, that's something to understand. Everything that's plugged into anything on your house is supposed to be protected by the shunt and what happens there when it happens. So being able to have your radios plugged in, to have your cell phone plugged in, to have your devices plugged in and all of them be protected is pretty cool.
Yep.
Like I said, as long as you're comfortable with the science behind it, which I am. And I think they're really cool.
You are also part of the affiliate program with EMP Shield.
Yeah.
For some reason, my screen has locked up. I don't know if you can still hear me.
I can hear and see you moving on the studio end.
Okay, because my screen on my phone is frozen, so hopefully everything's working correctly. We can definitely go ahead and put out your link, your affiliate link for EMP Shield, because we're premiering you. And guys, we have done affiliate link here with EMP Shield, but we are helping push Ryan with his business and everything else, and he is also with EMP Shield as far as an affiliate link. So you do have a specific code for them, right?
I do. Let me see here. No more. I think it's just Cal Club. CALCLUB. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, I fixed my my screen. I don't know what happened. Oh, someone was trying to text me. Okay, don't text me while I'm live streaming. I'm using my cell phone. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm using the cell phone, so when you text, it comes directly here and locks me up. All right. Okay, promo code Cal Club. All right, perfect. Now they give you the customers to go through your link. Don't they get a discount on the product?
Yeah, you get $50 off. I think each EMP shield, and then a small portion of that goes over to me for helping promote them. And I don't know, those guys have always been really, really cool with me. I bumped into them early on with Marfugal. I saw them there, and I had already been talking to Andrew just prior to hearing about them on Marfugal, and I was like, oh, cool, I'll just give them a chat. So we started really talking, and I actually had Andrew come on for a live stream one time, and we had some talks about stuff. It's cool company, cool people. I really enjoy them. So I've just always been a big fan of them. And when I really did the research into the Keystone results, you read through that stuff and you look at what they're talking about. People say, no, that's never going to work. And I always invite everybody, well, tell me why. Tell me why, because these people are over here telling me why it will work. And I need you to dispute that if you want me to believe that it won't, and I am yet to have anybody explain that to me. So for me, the evidence that it's being installed all over with the power grid in Texas, it's being used military installations all over the place. People are putting this in, and I know the military and whatever and the government does dumb things, but they don't buy snake oil. I just don't think they do. They may overspend or whatever, but they don't just buy nothingness and throw money at nothing. Somebody big looked at this, and I trust the product. I do.
Did you get to see my exposing fake preppers on YouTube video?
I did. I watched. I didn't watch all of it. There was a couple sections I missed, but
you suck. You suck. Anyway, I get trolled a lot with the EMP Shield. But before we started getting the affiliate link with the EMP Shield, we actually purchased it and hooked it up, did videos on hooking it up, and we were shouting out Marfugal's code for people because that's who I bought it to begin with. And I get all kind of comments on that, and I know I even made a little skit of it. I heard from a guy that typed in a comment on a video that I've seen on YouTube that it won't work, and his name was troll 19 whatever underscore. I live in my mom's basement, and he said, you know, I mean, here's an actual documentation where they're doing the testing. All right, they're actually testing, and they make EMP generators to test these things. Okay,
correct.
And then they're going to sit there and say, oh, that won't work. Well, why not?
Yeah.
All right, why not? There's the testing right there. And then one was Russia, China, and North Korea. They have super fast EMPs that are super strong. Well, because you put super on it, that means, oh man, look out. Come on, man.
I know the whole thing.
Now I sound like Sleepy Joe. Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I did the same thing though. I had bought EMP shields and installed them on. I don't think I've ever actually gotten to use a discount code on an EMP shield myself. I bought all of mine before, you know, and I bought them all and put them in. I have one on my workshop, one on my house. I have a couple on my vehicle, my Harley, stuff like that. I just put them all over in some cool stuff, and then I finally got linked up with them and I got the code and whatever, but I really like the product, and I still challenge anybody to please break down and tell me why what they're saying isn't legit. I'm not saying that I'm an expert by any means, but I don't know. Well, looks like they did what was needed.
They've shown the testing where it works when they actually take an EMP generator and try it. Okay. So for the ones that say it doesn't work, get hold of an EMP generator. They can be creative because they've done it themselves, and test it and show me one that fails. Then I'll believe you that it doesn't work because they've then seen the proof that it does work. So I'm missing something here. I'm missing something. Anyway, guys, this wasn't a spill or paid promotion for EMP Shield or anything like that. We both support EMP Shield. We use as part of our preps. Like you said, you didn't have the discount code when you purchased. I did. I understand when you don't have much money to invest in something like that. And so we had to save up. We saved up, and we continue to save up. And then I caught it just right. I caught my first the vehicle one. I caught at Christmas time. Got the discount from our food, and EMP Shield was in the house and gave an additional discount. And I got it for like $219. I mean, compared to 300 and something. So yeah, that was actually pretty cool. So I mean, there are sales there. Just put back. You know, don't break the bank. Just invest. You know, save. Couple bucks a week.
Yep, we could actually I could be pushed into doing a giveaway for an EMP shield. I do have an extra one right now so all right, here's what happened. And just so anybody who doesn't know about them, if you have a lightning strike, you're protected. You know, the device will protect your entire house from a lightning strike. But the issue is a lightning strike is a lot more intense right here, right now, electricity than an EMP, and it will blow your device. But they do warranty it, and for $50 you send it in, whatever, and they send you a brand new one back. And cool. So I thought, well, that's kind of cool. I'll get to see if this really works, because we had lightning strike like 100 yards away. It's so loud, it was crazy. And it blew out the EMP shield. So I sent it in to them, and they actually wanted me to send mine back so they could do some testing, look at it, figure out what happened, that kind of thing. And then they sent me another one. And then about a week later, I got a second one. And so I called Andrew, and I was like, I got 2 EMP shields here. And he's like, I don't know. He's like, that never happens, blah, blah, blah. He's like, it's a good thing. So I kind of wanted to do a giveaway with it. So I don't know if we got enough people over the channel. Yeah, if we got enough people over jumping, talking about it on my channel, I may be coaxed into doing that.
No, I do maybe coax into it. Yeah, I could use an extra EMP shield. I don't know for what, because I've already got everything else situated. But still, you know,
I had to get 2 for my house.
That's because you got a big house.
I know. I had the separate garage with the separate breaker box. That's what it was.
Yep. See here, scrolling through here. Snafu Snaps, good to see you. I just now saw you. Got some beard action. Looking good, brother. DFP, you should beard up. That's a negative. I look like a crazed mountain man when I have my beard, and it's calicos. It's gray, orange, red, black, brown, and a lot of white.
That's funny.
Apparently, I'm getting old or something, man. It's like everywhere, man. It's bad. It's really bad. And I can't sleep.
Yeah, I just get this one blonde spot. I don't know.
All right. All right, guys. So, Ryan, if you got anything else, brother, we will be wrapping up.
No, I don't have anything. I just heard Noxie come kicking in the door, so I'm sure he'll be blasted in here soon. Anyway, it's a good time to wrap it up.
All right, sounds great.
He's excited.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate every single one of you guys for showing up tonight. Again, I do have the links up for everything Ryan was talking about. He does have we have his website up. We have the Crush Light code up in the description box. We also have his Instagram, Facebook, and I forgot what else I put up there. As far as your contact information, let me see here. I've got Instagram, YouTube
Facebook,
channel.
YouTube, that must have been it. We talked about Parlor too, but I didn't have that link up there. I don't have
I just have your Instagram, YouTube channel, and the website.
Yeah. And I did jump on here too and see a couple people jumped on and bought a couple lights. So I wanted to thank you guys. And I do want you guys to know that we're not trying to jump on. Yeah, we're not trying to like just jump on here and bombard you with buy stuff. That's not at all what we're doing. We just were trying to come up with a cool way to bring and showcase products, you know, and show you guys just cool stuff. And this is what I do with my life all day, every day, is test cool products and prep and, you know, do fun stuff. So I love the channel over here. I'm glad to, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And I look forward to everything else we're going to do, whatever that ends up being.
I'm pretty sure we're going to have another email scandal video.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah, hang on. Let me drop that link in here before we go. That's got to happen. That should just be a part of the thing. You got to watch that video to join. All right.
JT, what is the code for the light? In the description box, I have the link. It's connected to the link itself. So it automatically give you that $1 off.
Sorry, and hang on, let me grab. There was a coupon code for it as well.
Oh, wait a second. He's got a coupon code for it too.
Yeah, I threw that in a few times earlier, so that's it. But let me grab that quick just so you have it. And then I'll drop the Hillary email scandal.
Dude, I still rewatched that video. That was hilarious.
Oh man, sometimes it's like I'm funny, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Tried to say that to somebody the other day.
You're the only person that thinks you're funny around here. Just you.
Well, that's all that it matters. Just as long as I think I'm funny.
He's a legend in his own mind.
Exactly right.
He rules the kingdom of fantasy land up there.
All right. Exactly. Okay. Email scandal link. Here we go. There you guys go. Enjoy.
Okay. All right, guys. Man, so we are going to wrap up. Hopefully, we can get a little bit more scheduled in with Ryan. Like I said, we're going to try to bring in some type of product in that we can talk about, and then we go right into our usual spiel, which is just hold on to your butts and get ready for a crazy ride.
Yeah, try not to be offended. Yeah.
yeah. Try not to be offended. Actually, the crew here usually doesn't get offended about anything. This crew here is actually really laid back and pretty much on board with what we're. Well, they needed a good laugh tonight anyway.
Yeah, I know. That's why you bring me around. I'm like the jester.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine. I'm good. If I'm good at it, that's good.
Well, that's still debatable. I'm going to run a poll tomorrow on how funny was Ryan, and we'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
Survey monkey.
All right, guys. Yeah. So anyway.
All right.
Well, I give him crap every time. I don't know why he even calls me up or texts me, because I just go right back into him. Yeah, he'll call me up. Hey man, what are you doing? What do you think I'm doing, retard? I mean, I'm just a horrible person.
Yeah, that's funny.
That is actually verbatim on a text. So yeah,
absolutely.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I always
so
like
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I always love how amused your wife is with us in our shenanigans. she
rolls her eyes and goes.
I can feel the eye roll. Yeah, exactly.
she rolls her eyes and mutters, "Idiots!" every time. Yeah. If I'm talking to you on the phone next to her, she's like, "Is that Ryan?" Yeah. Idiots.
Yeah. Morons. Yeah.
She'll be listening to our conversation, just shaking her head. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and end this, guys. Again, make sure you check out his channel. Make sure y'all check out his videos. He's got a lot of great information, especially if you are into the boom sticks. If you're a prepper, there's a lot of good information over there to be checking out. Definitely, guys, be part of that community there. He is part of our community. We've kind of merge everything together, but definitely be part of that. Watch those videos to promote videos on YouTube. Watch those videos all the way through. That's what YouTube is now doing. They go by view duration now, not clicks, not subscribers, view duration. So when you actually sit down and watch a video all the way through, that actually promotes that video. So anyway, guys, definitely go over there, show that support. And of course, I thank every single one of y'all for your support here. It means a lot to us here, to my family and my wife. Seeing this channel grow has always been a huge, huge thing here. I mean, we're not far from 6,000 subscribers now, which is awesome.
Wow, that's crazy.
We picked up a lot of new subscribers from our last grid down video. That was a doozy to make, but I'm still learning. I'm still learning, coming up with some new ideas.
Heck yeah, it's fun. You're doing good, man. Keep it up.
All right, guys. So let's go and end this, and y'all take care.
Have a good night.